The Environmental Protection Agency held a public hearing in Knoxville on the regulation of coal ash, a toxic substance emitted from the chimneys of coal-fired power plants. Coal ash is the waste product of coal combustion and contains a large amount of potentially lethal chemicals, including arsenic, cadmium, chromium, lead, and selenium, to name a few. These toxins have been linked to everything from cancer and organ disease to respiratory illness, reproductive problems, and neurological damage. If not properly stored and managed, coal ash poses a major threat to the health and well-being of nearby communities and ecosystems.
Bear with me. We're number one in the nation periodically for children's asthma and bronchitis here in Knox County. And the number one thing that puts our children in the hospital here in East Tennessee, respiratory problems. According to the American Lung Association, I have reduced lung capacity because I have the misfortune of living in the Great Central Valley with these polluting coal.
There has been much debate over the proper means of storage for such a hazardous substance. Generally, coal ash is stored in large reservoirs held up by earthen dams. These reservoirs often leak into nearby springs and rivers, contaminating drinking water supplies, killing fish, and endangering people's lives. In some cases, the dams collapse, dumping countless tons of toxic waste onto the towns nearby. Such was the case with TVA's Kingston Coal Plant in Roane County, Tennessee, where over 1 billion gallons of toxic coal ash literally buried the town of Kingston, poisoning the water supply, destroying homes, and irreversibly damaging the sensitive ecosystems of this temperate region. Patricia Hart, a resident of Roane County, recalls the hardships brought on her family by this spill.
The devastation caused by the ash spill has been heartbreaking, and our lives have changed forever. We used to look forward to the spring, knowing that it was almost time to enjoy the lake again. Our families would come to visit us, and we were proud to live here. Not anymore. Now when I look at the water, I can still see the swirls of the cyanospheres floating among the leaves.
The EPA has proposed two options for regulating coal ash, Subtitle C and Subtitle D. David Pinsky, student network organizer for Greenpeace, explains the differences between the two.
The main differences between Subtitle C and Subtitle D are that the Subtitle D would be left up to the states to determine how they were going to regulate coal ash and wouldn't necessarily classify it as hazardous waste, whereas Subtitle C is federally enforceable, that it would be across the board for all states that have coal ash impoundments and dealing with coal ash, and that it would be designated as hazardous waste, which puts a lot of additional protections into the process of dealing with it.
The EPA will continue the public comment period until November 19th, at which point a final decision will be made.